one of the most loved bands in the music world of the last decade, the Sherlocks, and it is an absolute pleasure to say joining me now from the band via Zoom, Brandon and Alex of the Sherlocks. How's it going, lads?
Yeah, good.
Hey, cheers for taking the time. It's all weird, this, isn't it? It'd be better if it were a gig, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? But it is what it is, isn't it? We've got to do it.
No.
Well, I'll tell you what, Brandon, let's go back to the beginning. Yeah, best part of a decade now, one of the most loved bands in the music world. You know what I mean? Everybody got behind you. You did, Leeds and Reading, supported the Libertines on tour and all that kind of stuff. Things are going really, really well. 2020 comes along, a pandemic hits. How's it affected you last year, this pandemic? You must have had big plans.
Yeah, massive plans. We had like the biggest festival season, if you want to call it that. The best of we had loads of festivals booked and we were pretty high up bill on a lot of them, and obviously it's wiped it all out. We should have gone to America earlier in early 2020 as well, and that got put back, so gutted. But we've managed to get a new album in bag, so
well, I want to talk about that in a minute, but during the pandemic, obviously, like you say, you had a lot of plans for 2020. They all got screwed up for pretty much every band. What have you done, lads, to keep busy? Have you kind of had a bit of a break, or have you continued to meet up and record?
Well, we went down to Rockfield and we recorded his album, and then after that, we've been meeting up pretty much once a week where we've been able to, and just getting tight, playing new songs, learning new songs, and obviously playing all old songs as well.
Obviously, Brandon, you and Kieran were there from day one. Alex, you've kind of come into the band more recently. How's it going being with the band?
Yeah, really good. I mean, kind of jumped in kind of two-footed, really. I mean, I think it was back in March that kind of joined the lads, and it was just got on really well, but then just went near enough straight down to Rockfield, lads. As Brandon said, just got stuck in recording this third album, and yeah, it's gone really well.
Brandon, with the new lads in the band over the last year or so, do you feel like the musical direction's changed much, or you're still on the same track as you were going?
I think before new lads even came in, me and Kieran had an idea, or we were going back to the vision more. The third album's going back towards Live for the Moment kind of sound. Like, we felt the second album, it's good songs and that, but it felt like it sounded like, now we're looking back, felt like it had took a direction where it were a bit softer and a bit smoother, and we've done that now. We want to get back to where we were with guitars proper cutting through, and just take it a bit more back to the rawer feel of stuff, back when we're playing live but polished. Who were
your influences back in the day, Alex? Obviously, you've joined a band that were already established. You know what I mean? You've fitted in so well already. Who were your roots and influences back in the day?
Well, do you know what? My first ever band I was in was a Sex Pistols tribute.
Really? Which ones?
Well, it was called the. Yeah. So that Steve Johns is my favourite guitarist, obviously Oasis, and but I love loads of music, to be honest. I love electronic music, sort of acid house and stuff. But yeah, Oasis and New Order.
So you'll be glad that the band have gone back to the roots of that first Live for the Moment album, won't you? Because like I say, that was a lot rawer, wasn't it, than the 2019 album.
Oh yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love both albums, but I mean, there's a lot of energy in that first album, and especially this new album as well. It's really kind of sounding good. So
you talk a lot about the new album, which is dead exciting. Have you got any plans of when that's going to get released this year?
It's definitely coming this year. So I'd say, obviously, because you got to do a proper campaign and all that, and do a couple of singles before, and looking middle to back end this year, maybe just after summer, we're hoping for. And we've just released we haven't released it, we've just recorded a new single with a new producer we've never worked with before, and we're gonna put that out before, and it's completely separate to album 3. So we recorded a video for it yesterday, but that's rocking its socks off.
Can't wait to see that. So fans of the Sherlocks, what can we expect from this album? What direction does it go in?
It's like album one on steroids.
That's brilliant. That's
There's a little bit of everything. There is honestly a little bit of everything in there.
Yeah.
There's like almost a dance track. There's a sort of a grungy track. There's a pumping track. There's a chilled out track. There's a bit of everything, but you're going to be kept on your toes.
Alex, have you had much involvement with like any writing of the material, or have you wrote any of the songs?
I mean, no, not so much, no, none of the writing really. But I mean, say like guitarists and whatnot contributed, and just little ideas, yeah. But I mean, it's like in sort of sonics and whatnot, sounds, and just kind of the majority of the work's kind of done. But you can still put your little mark on it.
So I'm not just saying it. The Sherlocks for a long time have been one of the most loved bands on the scene. You know what I mean? Everyone loves them, respects them. And one of the things that is brilliant about what you lads do is you're very supportive of new bands and new music. Why is that important to you?
Well, it's important because it took us we were grafting, like playing pubs and clubs, and we just know how hard it is. And we've never been one of them bands where we've really had a leg up. And we've just had to graft. Like, me and Kieran's been in band now for like 10 years, like over 10 years. And you can't just you have to if you can help someone and give them a leg up, we're all for that, because we know how hard struggle is. Like, some bands get picked up by a major label pretty quick like that, and then they get loads of money pumped into them and the thing. But if you see like a real band and you see some lads and they've got some good tunes, we're all letting them supporters and stuff like that, because we just know the struggle.
Do you know, one of the things at the moment, like the music scene where we are in the Northwest, in Manchester and, surrounding areas at the moment, it's amazing. It's best it's been for a long time. What's it like where you lads are over Yorkshire? Is there many good bands knocking about at the moment?
Well, obviously we've not been able to go out and about and see what's kicking, but we keep getting one thing we do we put tweets out and that all the time, just asking for if there's any new bands and that, and we sorted his own Spotify playlist to help upcoming bands and just keep putting. We have a listen to them, and if the catches here, we'll put them on that and help bands that way. That we haven't been able to get out and watch bands but same if we're in Europe and stuff and we get a support band, we'll always go out and watch them and that. And we've met so many good bands over years.
It is great what you do for new bands, and I know a lot of people kind of respect that. So, Alex, as it stands this year, all being well, you'll be playing at the Albert Hall in Manchester on the 16th of April, and then you're in Grimsby a month later in May. How confident are you that them gigs are going to go ahead?
I don't know. Just gotta hope that they get this vaccine out as quick as possible and whatnot. But you can always hope. You gotta hope.
We've got great. I think April's looking favourite for gigs and that at the moment. If something was to happen that it couldn't go ahead, you would rearrange that Manchester Albert gig for later in the year or whatever.
Yeah,
definitely.
We can't wait for it. So as far as the future goes, obviously you've got a couple of gigs lined up. Is there any chance of a tour later on in the year to go with the album, Brandon?
Yeah, well, definitely, when we put album out, there's definitely going to be, if we're allowed to gig, we'll be gigging straight away. We'll do a full tour if we can, back end of the year to support album and make it a big one, because people need something to celebrate.
Definitely, it's been a bit of a rubbish year and it all around, but it's really, really good. I hope that these gigs can go ahead. Like I say, you're in our part of the world, Manchester Albert Hall on the 16th of April. And of course, your new album comes out a little bit later on in the year. So really, really excited for that. And Alex, can't wait to hear your contribution, as well. 2 great albums already. Really can't wait to hear the third.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Listen, lads, we'll take it easy. Cheers for joining us today. Good luck with everything, and hopefully we'll see you soon, yeah?
Yeah, catch up soon, mate.
Cheers, Dave. Nice one.
Cheers, lads. Alex and Brandon of the Sherlocks.